committee reports. The only one we have is Planning and Public Works, and that'd be Alderman Scott.
Thank you. Our first one is discuss expansion of the enterprise zone, and I believe we just did that. If there are any more questions or anything anybody wants to talk about? All right, the second item is discuss demolition of property located at 709 South Main Street. This house was, there was 2 bids came in to demo the place, with the lowest going to Shireman for $24,950. The second price was from Rawlings, and it was $30,000.
And there is a line item in the budget for those demolitions.
Any questions? Nothing under public protection, special studies, or utilities, and public comment. Hearing no public comment, we will adjourn this meeting.
We ain't fooling around tonight.
We're going to call the council meeting to order, and I ask everybody to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Give me a second.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'd ask the clerk to call the roll.
Bartlett,
Here.
Cook,
Here.
Hannon,
Here.
Odenental, Ruben DeSalis,
Here.
Scott. Here. Speed,
Here.
Watts,
Here.
Williams,
Here.
Mayor Izzard, City Attorney Beard,
Here.
you have a quorum.
Hold on just a second here. Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's have a motion to have Don serve as Mayor Pro Tem.
I'd make a motion to that.
All those in favor? Do we need a roll call?
No.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, for reading of the minutes. Everybody's received a copy of that. Motion to approve the minutes. Alderman Scott, second by Alderman, other person Watts. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carried. Okay, presentation of petitions.
No petitions and no communication, and the claims are in the hands of the alderman.
Yeah.
Okay, under the mayor's report, we have, motion to approve the claims. Large one now, second by Alderman Hannon. Voice vote, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Okay, under the mayor's report, we have the reappointment of Laura Marks, Greg Olson, and Diane Allendahmer to the Heritage Cultural Central Board. Term expires January 1st, 2026. Voice vote?
Motion.
Motion? Have a motion? Williams, second by Large Metal. Voice vote? All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? City Attorney's report.
I have nothing tonight, Mr. Mayor.
City Clerk's report.
The items that you received via email: Community Development Department report, City Clerk's cash receipt report, City Clerk's general fund report, budget report, and the revenue analysis report for December 31, 21. You received that. If there is any questions on any of that, please let me know or stop in the office and we'll go over them.
Any public comment? Seeing none, move on to the consent agenda. Finance, IT, and Personnel, Alderman Bartlett.
We have 4 items tonight. First is the city treasurer's report from November 2021. Second is a resolution authorizing payment from the Capital Improvement Fund for certain improvement projects. Third is a resolution authorizing payment from the general fund for services rendered. And fourth, resolution authorizing transfer of funds to the general fund, from the general fund to the capital improvement fund.
Thank you. Nothing on the Parks and Lakes, Planning and Public Works, Alderman Scott.
We have one item. It's a resolution authorizing waiver of advertisement for bids and accepting proposal for the demolition of property located at 709 South Main Street.
Yeah, just do the utility.
Okay, under utilities, Alderperson Williams.
Resolution authorizing payments from the Waterworks and Sewage Projects Fund for services rendered and improvement projects. I so move.
Is there any item that needs to be removed for separate consideration?
Second.
You get a second on that? Scott? Okay, all right. Roll call, please.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
Hannett,
Yes.
Odenettle,
Yes.
Ruben DeSellis,
Yes.
Scott, Speed,
Yes.
Watts,
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under committee reports, nothing under Finance, IT, Personnel, Parks and Lakes, Planning and Public Works, Alderman Scott.
First item is the first reading of an ordinance amending ordinance number 89-0-52, an ordinance establishing an enterprise zone within the city of Jacksonville, Illinois. Jacksonville, Morgan County Enterprise Zone, McMurray College property with emergency clause. And I so move.
So move the emergency clause. Okay. Is there a
Second.
I'll second.
Williams. Support, call the roll.
This is on the emergency.
This is on emergency clause.
May
Barb?
Sorry. We determined earlier that even though we're in favor of it, we don't necessarily have to pass with the emergency clause because they don't need it until the 25th. Is that right?
What they, yeah.
Discussion.
No, the county can't be done until the 24th.
Discussion?
So, again, do we need to have emergency clause tonight?
It's up to you. You know, I don't know that there's any project pending. On the other hand, if you have fully approved it, then the county knows that you've approved it when they vote on the 24th. That's be the next time. It's either you voting twice tonight or you voting once, having the county approve it on the 24th, and then you coming back in and approving it again, so.
And the only reason I question it is my tenure on the council, we've always questioned some of the emergency clauses that we've tried to push, and we've tried to be considerate of that. You know, why try to have 2 readings offered if we're gonna try to approve it all on the same night? So that's the only purpose for me bringing it up tonight, is due to the fact that it's been questioned in the past, why we would do 2 votes on the same night, so.
We have a motion and a second.
Any other comments?
Any other comments? Ask the clerk to call the roll.
On On the emergency clause, Bartlett,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
Hannet,
Yes.
Odenental,
Yes.
Ruben DeSellis, Scott,
Yes.
Speed, Watts,
Yes.
Williams. Motion passes.
So there'd be a motion for second reading.
Second on that?
Watts.
Be it ordained that the Jacksonville City Council does hereby approve the amendment to the enterprise zone, extending the enterprise zone to include the McMurray College properties.
Any discussion? Moving on, ask the clerk to call roll.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
Hammett,
Yes.
Odenental, Ruben DeSellis, Scott,
Yes.
Speed, Watts,
Yes.
and Williams.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Our second item is a resolution approving amendment to the intergovernmental agreement between the City of Jacksonville, Illinois, and Morgan County regarding the addition of territory to the enterprise zone, McMurray College property. And I so move.
Second? Ruben DeSalis?
Be resolved by the Jacksonville City Council that it does hereby approve the intergovernmental agreement for the inclusion of the McMurray College properties into the Jacksonville-Morgan County Enterprise Zone.
Any discussion? Seeing none, I'd ask the clerk to call the roll.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Cook,
Yes.
Hammett,
Yes.
Odenental, Ruben DeSellis, Scott, Speed, Watts,
Yes.
Williams. Motion passes.
Any old business? Any new business?
Sure. So, and I know I mentioned this at the last meeting in passing with Dan, but there's been some complaints in the city regarding long-term parking on city streets. And so, I just wanted to know if maybe it's a matter of record, if maybe we could talk about it at the next, council meeting, if I'm not sure if anybody else has heard any complaints, but there's, we've got several people using city streets for parking lots, long-term. So we have some ordinances in effect for, vacant cars on properties, but not necessarily on city streets. And then the second thing is, a couple people have reached out regarding what's going to take place, with the lot to the east of the city, for the Center for the Arts, or whatever entity it is now. So I wondered if perhaps we could get an update on where we stand with that at the next council meeting as well. Please.
We'll get those both on the agenda.
Any other new business? Seeing none, motion to adjourn.
I'd like to basically tell the council again, next week, I've given you a copy, it's a draft of the budget, and we'll look that over. If there's any questions on it, give me a call so that we can go ahead and get that finalized. That will be hopefully on the agenda next meeting for first reading of the appropriations, which is again 10% of the budget. And then we'll have passing of the budget in the first meeting of February, along with the second reading of that ordinance for appropriations. So please look it over. If you have any questions, you see any mistakes, we can get those corrected and get a good copy out to you.
And if I could add, at the next meeting, we will have a resolution concerning the closed session minutes. How many of those we can make public and how many of them will remain confidential. Anytime after Friday, you can stop in the city attorney's office if you want to review what those are, because when you get the resolution, it's just gonna list certain meetings that can be released and certain that can't. So if you wanna see what those actually are, anytime next week, other than Monday when the city will be closed, you can stop by the city attorney's office downstairs and take a look at those.
Now I need a motion for